we see the series combination and parallel combination of a spring. So one end of a spring is fixed to the rigid support. To the other end of a spring we connected the second spring, and to the last end of a spring we connected the mass. Force constant of first spring is a K1, force constant of second spring is a K2. Let x1 and x2 are the extension or displacements of first and second spring when the mass m is attached to the spring. दोन स्प्रिंग घेतल्या, पहिल्या स्प्रिंगचं एक टोक रिजिड सपोर्टला दिलं, त्या स्प्रिंगच्या दुसऱ्या टोकाला दुसरी स्प्रिंग जोडली आणि दुसऱ्या स्प्रिंगच्या एंडला मास अटॅच केलं. पहिल्या स्प्रिंगचा फोर्स कॉन्स्टंट K1 आहे, दुसऱ्याचा K2 आहे. हे मास लावल्यामुळं याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी वाढ झाली, एक्सटेन्शन झालं, ते x1ने दाखवलं. दुसऱ्या स्प्रिंगमध्ये जे काही लांबीत बदल झाला त्या बदलालाच परत एक्सटेन्शन म्हणून x2ने दाखवलं. Return the value of a force is equal to K1 x1 and for second spring F is equal to K2 x2. फोर्स सारखा लागला कारण मास एकच अटॅच केलं, त्यामुळे फोर्स बदललेला नाही. शिफ्ट K1 to the other side and K2 to the other side, then we get x1 plus x2. सो टोटल एक्सटेन्शन मग एकूण झालेली वाढ कितीने हे खाली आलं त्याची टोटल वाढ एक्सटेन्शन दॅट इज अ टोटल एक्सटेन्शन एक्स is equal to x1 plus x2. Substitute the value of x1 and x2 for xs, that is a resultant displacement, that is F divided by Ks, that is a resultant force constant, which is equal to F divided by K1 plus F divided by K2. Take F as a common and cancel out F. That means in a series combination we get 1 upon Ks is equal to 1 upon K1 plus 1 upon K2. Now we see the parallel combination. Of a two spring. So two spring, one end of both the spring connect to the rigid support, to the other end of both the spring connected together and mass m is attached, called as a parallel combination. This may be shown in this way also. It is also parallel combination. If you take it in upside and join here, then it looks like in this way. Here mass is attached to the end of both the spring, so extension present in both the spring is the same and which is denoted by E. हे मास m दोन्ही स्प्रिंगच्या एका एंडला लावलेलं असल्यामुळे दोघांमध्ये लांबीमध्ये सारखाच वाढ होणार आहे, सारखीच वाढ होणार आहे आणि ती सारखीच होणारी वाढ म्हणजेच एक्सटेन्शन आपण ई या अक्षराने दाखवलं. पण दोघांवर लागणारा फोर्स हा वेगवेगळा असेल कारण की या स्प्रिंगमधला ताण वेगळा असू शकतो, या स्प्रिंगमधला ताण हा वेगळा असू शकतो. म्हणून फोर्सच्या व्हॅल्यू वेगवेगळ्या घेतलेल्या आहेत. F1 इज इक्वल टू K1E आणि F2 इज इक्वल टू K2E. नेट फोर्स म्हणजे एकूण लागलेला फोर्स F इज इक्वल टू F1 प्लस F2. सबस्टिट्यूट द व्हॅल्यू. Kp is a resultant force constant for parallel combination. So Kp into E is equal to K1E plus K2E. Take E as a common, shift V to the LHS, E cancel and we get Kp is equal to K1 plus K2. We have seen the parallel combination of resistance, parallel combination of capacitor and now the parallel combination of spring. Also the series combination of resistance, series combination of capacitor and series combination of spring. So these are the formulas, are important formulae, series and parallel combination for resistance, capacitor and spring. Graphical representation of SHM. We see the graphical representation of SHM when a particle starts from mean position and move towards the positive direction. And second, we see the graphical representation of SHM when the particle is start from positive extreme position. First we see the when the particle starts from a mean position toward positive direction. The displacement of particle performing linear SHM at any instant of time is x is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. But when the particle is at mean position, initial phase phi is equal to 0. Substitute phi is equal to 0 in above equation. We get the displacement of particle x is equal to a sin omega t. Now we calculate the velocity. So velocity is nothing but rate of a change of displacement dx by dt. Substitute the value of dx, that is a sin omega t by dt. A is a constant, take out derivative of sin is cos, so cos omega t, and derivative of omega t is omega, so a omega cos omega t is the formula for velocity. Similarly, we calculate the acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but rate of a change of velocity. Substitute the value of velocity a omega cos of omega t by dt. A and omega is a constant, a omega. Derivative of cos is minus sin, so minus sin omega t, and again the derivative of this omega t is omega. Therefore, acceleration is equal to minus a omega square sin omega t, or you may take minus omega square as a common, inside bracket a sin omega t, and this a sin omega t is equal to the x, so a is equal to minus omega square into x. This is the formula for acceleration. We calculate value of displacement, velocity and acceleration for different values of time or phase omega t. So to write these value, for writing a time we consider t by 4, and while writing the phase omega t we consider the pi by 2. This writing is very simple, just written in below and written above is directly. Time t multiply by the numbers starting from 0, so 0 t by 4, 1 t by 4, 2 t by 4, 3 t by 4, 4 t by 4. So t by 4 is a constant everywhere. Similarly, writing the phase, we starts from 0 and multiply to the pi by 2. So 0 pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2. In this way you may continue for number of values, but we does not require for more values, we just taken 5 to 6 values. First we calculate the value for displacement for different values of omega t. While calculating these values, just we take two values and write other values directly. So for calculation of a displacement, x is equal to, that is the displacement is equal to a sin omega t. First value, omega t is equal to 0. For calculation of displacement, x is equal to a sin omega t. For first value of phase, that is omega t is equal to 0, x is equal to a sin 0, and sin 0 is always 0, we get x is equal to 0. Now the second value, b, omega t is equal to pi by 2, x is equal to a sin pi by 2. We know the value of sin pi by 2 is 1, so a into 1, so x is equal to, that means displacement is equal to a. Substitute these two values in above table, that is for omega t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, and omega t is equal to pi by 2, x is equal to a. So 0 and a. We write other value directly, alternating, changing the sign as positive, negative. Here is 0, a, now again 0, then negative a, again 0, and then last positive a. In this way, just to be calculate for two values of velocity and two values of acceleration, then we write the other values. For velocity, we know the formula of velocity. Velocity is nothing but a omega cos of omega t. So v, a omega cos of omega t. For first value, omega t is equal to 0. V is equal to A omega cos of 0. Cos 0 is 1. So A omega into 1, we get V is equal to A omega. Second value B, when omega t is pi by 2. So omega t is equal to pi by 2. V is equal to A omega cos of pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Naturally, V is equal to 0. Substitute this value in table again. So first value is A omega, then 0. Then we write minus A omega, again 0, plus A omega, 0. Last third, acceleration. For acceleration, we have derived the equation A is equal to minus omega square x minus omega square x. For omega t is equal to 0, we have calculated x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. Therefore, A is equal to minus omega square into 0 is 0. B value for omega t is equal to pi by 2, x is equal to A, just we have calculated here and substitute. So A is equal to minus omega square into A. Write these two values in the table, that is a 0 and minus omega square into A, or A omega square. Then 0, here is negative, so write positive omega square A, then 0, again negative omega square A, or A omega square. Now we draw the graph. So graphical representation of this table. We draw the graph of displacement, velocity and acceleration. First we draw the displacement. Maximum value is a plus A, minimum value is a minus A. For velocity, maximum value is A omega and minimum value is minus A omega. And for acceleration, maximum value is equal to A omega square, minimum value is minus A omega square. We divide phase axis or time axis in equal parts. Same to that, we divide on velocity, phase axis or time axis exactly below that in equal parts. So you take a few equal parts in this way. Also on acceleration, time axis or phase line axis divide in equal part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then phase values pi by 2, then 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2. We write that on y-axis velocity graph also, pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2. For acceleration also, pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2. Now plot the points. First for displacement. For phase value 0, displacement is also 0. When the phase value is pi by 2, displacement is a positive A, so positive A. Again, when 2 pi by 2, displacement is a 0, displacement 0. For 3 pi by 2, displacement is a minus A, so minus A. Likewise, we plot all the points and we join it freely, it gives you the displacement curve when the particle starts from a mean position. Second, we plot a velocity graph. For velocity graph also, when phase is 0, then velocity is positive a omega. So here is the first point. Now second point, when phase is pi by 2, then velocity is 0. When phase is 2 pi by 2, velocity is minus a omega, minus a omega. Afterward it is again 0, then again it is a plus omega, then 0 likewise. We draw it again freehand graph. This is a velocity time or velocity phase graph, and last we draw the acceleration phase graph or acceleration time graph using the table. For 0 phase value, acceleration is also 0. For pi by 2, acceleration is minus omega square a, so minus omega square a, then it is 0. Afterward it is a plus a omega square, then again 0, again minus a omega square. So likewise again we join all the points with a free hand, we get a sinusoidal graph. So these are the graphs for displacement, velocity and acceleration. The conclusion from displacement, velocity and acceleration graph when a particle starts from mean position. First conclusion, displacement time curve and acceleration time curve are sine curves because they starts from origin. Velocity time curve is a cosine curve. It starts from a maximum value. Second conclusion, the displacement and acceleration is a minimum at mean position, whereas velocity is a maximum at mean position. Third conclusion, there is a phase difference of pi by 2 radian between displacement and velocity. Similarly, fourth conclusion, there is a phase difference of pi by 2 radian between velocity and acceleration. And last, fifth conclusion, there is a phase difference of pi radian between displacement and acceleration. Sixth, displacement, velocity and acceleration of SHM are periodic functions of time. Periodic functions of time, that means they repeat their path after equal interval of time. Remember, 2 are pi by 2. In 2 pi by 2 phase difference and displacement and acceleration, there is a pi phase difference.